Hey, third grade, I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. This video, I'm going to look at a little bit of what we've been doing in reading class together. We've been doing cause and effect, and we've been doing it for a while now, so you guys are getting really good at this, but we're looking for cause and effect, and then another effect in a story. So like we've talked about, maybe the cause is that a boy trips and falls down the stairs, right? And yet he's hurt. The effect of that boy tripping could be that he gets a scrape or a bruise on his knee, and the effect of him getting that scrape on his knee is that his mom puts a Band-Aid on it, right? There's a cause, he tripped, an effect, he got a scrape on his knee, and the effect of him getting a scrape on his knee is that his mom puts a Band-Aid on it, right? So we've been looking at cause and effect in lots of different books, and today I'm going to read you guys a story called Gertie and Gus. This is one of my favorite stories. And so if you notice it's backwards, thankfully you don't have to read it, I have to read it. I'll show you guys the pictures as I go, and I need you listening and watching closely, looking for cause and effect in this story. I'll probably give you one example of cause and effect that I see, and then I'm going to ask you guys to do your own assignment for cause and effect for this story. Okay, so this is Gertie and Gus. This is written and illustrated by Lisa Weil. Right. Gus loved fishing. He was good at it too. Every morning, Gus took his old fishing rod and went down to the sea to fish. There's our illustrations. Every afternoon, Gus brought home a fine fish, and Gertie would cook it for dinner. How Gus loved his fish dinners. Then one day, Gus came home with an extra fine fish, and Gertie served only plain potatoes. No fish. Gus just got plain potatoes 3 nights in a row. Then he saw what was happening. "I've been selling your fish for a good price," Gertie said happily, "and with the money, I bought you a surprise. It was a big, handsome net for catching lots of fish." "The change will do you good," explained Gertie. "We'll always have our own fish for dinner, and I can sell the rest." "All right," said good-natured Gus. It was true. With his new fishing net, Gus easily caught many fish. Every day he brought back a bucketful, and every day he and Gertie ate a fine fish dinner. Of course, Gertie was so busy selling the rest of the catch that often Gus had to cook their dinner. Gertie said Gus made the best fish fry anyways. One evening, Gus couldn't find even one tiny fish left to cook. Soon Gertie came home wearing a new outfit. "Everybody liked your fish so well," she said, "that I sold them all. But wait until you see my surprise for you." It was a beautiful new fishing boat. "The change will do you good," said Gertie, smiling. "Now you can row far out and catch still more fish." "All right then," sighed Gus. It was true. With his new fishing boat, Gus brought in many buckets of fine fish every day, and Gertie's business was so good that she opened a little fish store. Gertie and Gus happily ate fish for dinner every morning. Every evening. And Gertie was making so much money that soon she opened a fancy new store and had an elegant villa built for herself and Gus. A villa is like a mansion. Gertie also hired a French cook to prepare their fish dinners and a French maid to serve them. Gus didn't complain, even when Gertie made him take bubble baths. But one day, instead of his favorite fish, there was chicken with rice for dinner. The next night, it was steak in a grape sauce, and then liver pâté in a crunchy crust. "The change will do you good," said Gertie with a smile. "And speaking of changes, wait till you see what I have for you." Gertie's surprise was a splendid captain's hat and shiny epaulet, plus 5 more fishing boats and 5 fishermen to catch still more fish. Gus was now the captain of a fishing fleet. And epaulet, that word that I used, is a French word for those little shiny, what would you call them? They're little shiny, like, shoulder pads that you put on top of your shirt that show that you're like a special captain. As Captain Gus no longer had time to fish himself, of course there were mountains of whitefish, bluefish, grayfish, greenfish. Big fish and small fish caught daily, and Gus could pick any fish he wanted and tell the cook exactly how he would like it for dinner. But one day Gus did not come home for dinner. His splendid captain's hat hung in the hall, and his gold epaulet, and on the table was a letter. "Dear Gertie, I'm leaving because I like to fish for my own fish. It's more fun and tastes much better. Sincerely yours, Gus." "I can't understand, Gus," Gertie said to herself. "Being captain must be lots of fun. The change will do me good." It wasn't true. Working on the dock and selling fish every day made Gertie's feet hurt more and more. At night, Gertie felt so tired that she couldn't eat her elegant dinner, and something was missing. Meanwhile, back at their old cottage, Gus happily went fishing with his old rod. Still, even his favorite fried fish fillet didn't taste as good as it once did. Something was missing. One night, there was a knock at the door. It was Gertie. "Hello, Gus," she said. "I missed you. I understand now. Catching more and more fish makes one tired, not happy." At once, Gus knew something too. Eating his fish all by himself made him lonely, not happy either. How true. In their old home, they were both happy again, and their fish dinners tasted just delicious. Then one evening, Gertie said to Gus, "I have a big surprise for you." And it was. Gertie had sold their elegant villa to the 5 fishermen, who had turned it into an elegant fish restaurant. Gertie and Gus were served a fine dinner indeed. "Our own fish at home still tastes best," whispered Gertie with a smile. "But sometimes a change will do us both good." Look at that beautiful restaurant that they have now. And it did. I think they're happy living kind of a simple life, right? Awesome. All right, so that's our story about Gertie and Gus. So you are going to be thinking of cause and effect for this story. There's lots of different causes in here that make something happen, that make something else happen. I'll give you one example. One cause is that Gus quit working, right? He quit fishing with his big fancy boat and his crew and his captain's outfit. He quit, right? And the effect of that was that Gertie started fishing, right? And the effect of Gertie fishing was that her feet hurt. She didn't actually like it at all, right? That was one cause with an effect and another effect. Gus quit fishing. And so Gertie started fishing. And then that made her feet hurt. So you guys are going to think of another example of cause and effect that you see in this story. If you need to watch this video again to hear the story again, you can do that as many times as you need to. Okay? All right, I love you guys. I miss you guys, and good luck. Bye.